got to get it together.
Bryan, you'll know this. I might get roasted online for this, but like you'll see a lot more black guys in the World Cup. I'm like, man, there's a lot of black guys on here. But like when you watch France, like half their team's black.
No, hold on.
Are they
it's the best team in the world, and 10 out of 11 players are black.
Yeah, here's my thing. Do they call them, you know how African Americans here, do they call them African French?
No.
We're the only nation that does that bullshit,
the reason that you have so many is because in France...
No, I know why they have so many, but I'm saying, like, in their culture, do they call them African French?
No, they're French.
Or like when you see a black guy on
I can
Columbia, do you call
people didn't say African Canadian.
Yeah.
Never, right? We're the only ones
that's an American thing.
Yeah, that's an American thing.
Why?
I don't know.
Why are we the only dumbasses that do that?
Because it came out of our academia, you know? It actually came out of, I think, Marcus Garvey. I think it came back to the...
Well, here's a huge part of it, is in those countries, a lot of the guys, like, okay, so for example, London, like if you call them African British or whatever, you go, well, 30% of us are from Jamaica. So a lot of them had another stop first, right?
Yeah, like, wait, hold on. We're actually from...
Yeah, they're like, I'm Jamaican or something.
France has a lot of Algerian, a lot of Arabic people that France colonized, so they came over. Moroccans.
It says in Canada, people commonly say black Canadians.
Is that going to kill us?
I've never heard that.
Chin?
No.
I fix it to a certain degree, but you're gonna hear some of it.
Yeah, it's also ChatGPT. Who knows who's putting that bullshit in?
No, that's bullshit.
In the UK, black British is
Newsom, though.
not Newsom.
No,
I think being a man of
Newsom's
the
a capitalist secretly.
Being-
Newsom's one of the guys.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But he's also ambitious as fuck.
Yeah,
Newsom's
and being a man of the people, like, to
Newsom's
be
a
honest,
totally
like,
different
would be
story.
funner.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the best year. So I want to take his money and give it to you. You're like, that's a bad.
Newsom's
That's an
just
easier.
an ambitious politician. That's different. Newsom actually is a businessman. He owned what's it called, Plum Jack
winery, all
Wine.
that
Made a lot
shit.
of money. But Newsom is steeped in the money of Silicon
But
Valley.
even if you go to his approval rate, like they were saying if he ran, he had like a 10% approval, like it's terrible. And it's like, hey, and you know, the things aren't, like people aren't fucking with you, man. You're just going to keep going down the same road. So he has to be getting paid, right? He has to be making
Chin,
money. That's like, I'm doing it because I'm getting fucking paid.
I think he kind of even
Look up the
is
two people that won the
like
Democratic
almost like
primary
reluctant
in
on
Brooklyn.
some of these ideas. He was like,
Democrat
that's the way the wind
primary
is
in
blowing.
Brooklyn?
Like,
Yeah.
I almost
Mamdani,
wish I
the
could
people
just be
Mamdani
more of like
endorsed.
a normal lib guy.
yeah.
Say again, Bryan?
It's so
Look up
weird to me.
who Mamdani just endorsed two far left, basically communists. Watch this, but I want to show you something.
It's even like, who's the dude in Florida who's like, I'm going to get rid of property tax.
In what?
Oh yeah, Republicans were getting wrecked by
That's
Mondami's
so
squad.
cool. Like the dude in Florida is like, I'm getting rid of property tax. I'm like, oh,
Free house
dude, that guy,
candidates,
that's
okay.
awesome.
Do you have a spot here and you don't pay property tax?
No, awesome property tax.
Hold on.
Oh, that okay.
Fucking wazoo.
But Florida, you're saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying Florida, when the guy does it, like, well, that's
Yeah.
how you get votes, man. Like, the cities, or the
Not that many
states-
people
Find
on
their
home. That's how you
names.
used to get
Keep on
votes.
them.
Yeah.
Now not enough homeowners
True.
probably, like
True.
in New York.
Yeah, true.
If you look at who he endorsed, Claire Valdez, go back. Claire Valdez, and yeah. And then, so see that Darlazia Avila Chevalier, okay?
It was just off the
She
name
just
alone.
she just won the Democratic primary in Brooklyn, okay? Look her up and take a look at the class she taught at Columbia.
She probably hates white dudes, eh?
Oh, dude.
Not a fan.
Dude, this is the best. This is the best. Right there, that chick. Pretty, by the way.
really
Very pretty.
Hates white.
Yep.
Does she have a white boyfriend? Can you look up if she has a white
Yeah,
boyfriend?
probably, by the way, but take a look at what she
Brendan Schaub was heated that Bryan Callen complained about the noise in that god-awful storage unit studio and basically interrupted and ignored him for the entirety of the podcast. See, Callen's complaining because the fan system or AC system kicked on. And you can't hear anything. They're going to start talking louder because they're doing a podcast out of a storage unit. So pathetic and so sad. So Schaub and Ryan Long just like ignored Callen the entire episode. Callen couldn't even say his thing he wanted to Chin because they just kept babbling over him. But did you hear Schaub complaining about the property taxes in Austin, Texas? Because Ryan Long was like, oh, did you find a spot without property taxes? He's like, no, I pay out the wazoo here. And that has been his claim to, why he's going broke. He's like, hey, I moved from California to Texas, but I didn't know about the property taxes. He knew about the property taxes. He's just bleeding money at this point. Every new little scheme has failed. And now he's on it like his last scheme of trying to do YouTube live streams that are already completely disinteresting and boring at this point. You can only read, hey, I'm thinking about fighting again, and you should put him in a chokehold so many times before nobody cares anymore in any way, shape, or form. But, I mean, the studio thing, it is freaking ridiculous. It's like, dude, you can't rent studio space. And here's the messed up thing. For as much money as he's paying for that storage unit, it's a storage unit for cars. So it's still probably the same amount if he actually just went and rented studio space. I think the problem is he wants to be able to say, oh, I got a studio in Austin, Texas, right next to Joe Rogan. But they're doing it out of a storage unit. Chin just wanted to have that barn, but Schaub just stayed in the same building and moved to a cheaper storage unit because he's going completely and totally broke. I mean, he has to pay Callen $25,000 a month, and that podcast one deal is pretty much up in August. And Schaub even had to lie that he re-signed 2 months ago, even though there's no release, and no, he didn't, and he's a bold-faced liar. But just completely that. Let's look at Callen, just sitting there, old, being ignored by these two dummies. Schaub sitting there in short shorts, wearing the same outfit every other day. And the man might have had to have sold all of his clothes to the Salvation Army or something. Do you sell clothes to them, or I don't know how the whole thing works, but I mean, like, the man doesn't even have a change of clothes. He's going so broke. It's like a windstorm in that goddamn studio. I guess everything's blowing around, because it's not meant to have a studio. It's meant for cars. It's a garage for cars, not to do a studio or a podcast out of. It is so pathetic. It is so low rent, too. Like, did Ryan Long have to duck in? Like, is Schaub even aware of that? Like, he complains, we don't get any guests anymore. The fact that you would even invite a guest there shows your lack of self-awareness and your complete stupidity. But, like, you're not getting any guests, dude, because you do it out of a storage unit. Ugh. So sad. So pathetic. So baba. Yeah. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.